everybody. Welcome back once again. Here we are with another edition of Inside the Headset. It's Tuesday. I'm on the campus of Riverdale High School. I'm with the head coach of the Riverdale Warriors, head coach Will Kriesky. How you doing today, Coach?
Doing all right.
Well, big win this past Friday night as you went over to Siegel and put another one in the W column, which is necessary. It's what you wanted to do. Big winner, 49-7. Talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, stress the kids. That's what we needed because you want to have home field, or you want to have a home playoff game, and that's what the kids accomplished. Was they were able to, with that win, they secured up.
Whether you're one or two.
Yeah, they secured up one or two. So you got a home, at least round one. We know that we'll be fortunate enough to get to host a playoff game, and that's one of your goals as you start the season, to be able to host a playoff game. So we'll do that. But we got a big task at hand. Siegel, the game started out well for us. Offense moved the ball down, scored. We had a good stop early on defensively, and then Graham connected with Brock early on and was able to score that first touchdown. And once we got that going, it kind of, things started moving the ball a little bit on offense, moved the ball well. DJ Taylor ran the ball well. I thought the offensive line did a good job picking up some blitzes and different things like that. To have DJ, run the ball well, and Braden be able to throw the ball at times. I thought he was able to get the ball around to the receivers. Braylon Vanderbilt scored a touchdown. So I think all those guys offensively played well together to help contribute to the win.
How'd you do penalty-wise? I mean, so you've got to control. It's something that's kind of haunted this group, and
this week
going to really have to play. You need 50 yards or less Friday night. I mean, there's going to be a couple of them that he's going to the ball or whatever. Or I'm glad he did hold him. He kept him from scoring a touchdown. Or whatever the case may be. There's going to be a couple in there. You notch up, but you don't need 100.
No, we don't, and we did a better job. Friday wasn't great. Some of the younger kids in the second half got a couple that was able to continue their drives. A couple hit out of bounds. Just some careless things that we got to clean up and correct with that group. But overall, I was pleased with it. We had a holding penalty while we were backed up inside the 5, moved us to 3, but then we were able to drive down 97 yards to score. So,
that's huge. That's huge. This time of year, being able to put that together, grab your composure, settle everybody down, and just let's get away from the end zone a little bit, and then, you feel a little bit more relaxed as you get in rhythm.
So, I thought those guys did well, like you said, not panicking. I think years past we'd have panicked at that time and ran 3 plays and punted, and I thought those guys, like you said, being a year older, did a good job. You got to give credit to Siegel. I thought they did a good job. They had their number 2 quarterback in. Santel's out for the year. And I thought they was able to get the ball around. I thought they did.
And you've been in that position where you've had to play a backup. I remember a couple of years ago, a guy went down. You had to throw another one in, and everybody's got to get used to that guy executing really quick.
Yeah, Jameson went down that year, then Cade Hewitt had to come in and play. And, you got to get familiarized. And I think Siegel's getting better every week, because that kid, hadn't had a lot of reps, game reps. And then all of a sudden he's thrown in, and, I think he's starting to get more comfortable with things. So, he played for a backup quarterback. He was really impressive.
You know what this next one means. I mean, as you've kind of quoted on other media outlets, this is a game that a lot of the Riverdale alumni, they've marked it on the schedule. They've probably tried to push it forward 3 or 4 weeks, no different than the Oakland alumni. You know your opponent, you know what he likes to do, you know what he's going to do to prepare for it. Personally, you've been up against him a bunch of times, and now you look at this year's team, the 2023 Oakland Patriots. I mean, when they take the field, what do you like about him? I mean, what do you like about his club and what he's been doing and how he does it?
It's been impressive what he does. He's played 2 quarterbacks.
Yep.
And he's thrown for over 1,000 yards. One of the quarterbacks has like 740, the other one has like 260 passing. So that's impressive, with having over 1,000 yards and being able to play both of those guys and not miss a beat. That's what's really impressive. You can't tell. That's how good. That's good.
And you're speaking from film. You're just watching guys execute a football game.
Yes, and that's a credit to Coach Kriesky what he does and having both those guys prepared. You never know when one's going to go down.
No.
and he's had both of them ready to go. And to be able to just continue your offense and not miss a beat has been real impressive. And again, that starts up front. I think his O-line does a great job. They're big. You know, you got the Shelburne kid, who's really good and physical. I watched him when he was at middle school at Christiana. Then you got Deuce Hewitt, another one, and Riggs. I got to watch all those guys when they were here at Christiana and play, and they're still physical, big and physical and strong, and they get after it. So that's real impressive what they do up front. And then also they've rushed for over 2,000 yards. So you got 1,000 passing, 2,000 rushing. So that means
kicking game's flat. Yeah. You got one, he's got one. So I look at that part of the model. That just, hey, you got a guy, and it'll be about whether where our guy is when he's got to go in and kick, whether it's a field goal or a PAT. But your guy's just as good as money as his guy. Yeah, like I said, all of them, through his running game and then special teams, everything's going to be important. Every little aspect of the game is Friday. It's a region championship. It's for, and they've won the region ever since he's been there. So, I think the big difference with Riverdale this year is you're throwing the ball real well. You're coming in as a dual threat team. He doesn't know what you're going to do. He got a good idea. That you're going to put your weapons out there and dare him to beat you. But at the end of the day, going in multi-dimensional with a quarterback that's got 9 games under his belt. He's had a couple of losses. They've had a loss. There's been some learning along the way. It's going to be a great matchup.
Yeah, I think, if you look at his schedule and our schedule, I think, both of us did, a great job scheduling to get our teams prepared ready for this game, and it's going to be a physical. When you play them, they're physical.
Oh, yeah.
They're always physical. So I thought, that's why we beefed up our schedule to make sure we had guys that would hit us in the mouth. So we'd be ready for an atmosphere like this, a game like this. And our backs are against the wall. How are we going to respond? Everybody knows what Oakland's tradition. Now how we respond. Everybody, Oakland's supposed to win the game, but can Riverdale give them the match? Can Riverdale take that next step to move forward? How far have we grown since we played the last 9 weeks?
Well, and here's the other piece that a lot of people don't really realize is whoever comes out on top, you possibly could be hosting that third round. If you don't want to put that, you don't want to put that together. But you've been there. He's been there many a times. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows if I win this Friday night, then I'm number 1 in third round. No matter who I get, they're coming to my place. So he's and you want to look at it the same way. If I win, then everybody comes to me until somebody beats us, and you definitely want to look at that. It's the game tomorrow night is bigger because you, like you said, you're already in, but it's where it positions you and who you get from the other side. So you're really playing, even like I talked to Guthrie, you're really playing for, I want to play a lesser team from the other bracket. You're playing for something that's bigger than what a lot of people understand.
Yeah, like you said, we go against that other region, and they're right there for from what I looked at, Mount Juliet's number 1, and then anybody in the region could be 2, 3, or 4. It's so it's a big toss-up, and we won't know who we play to after the game Friday
that's the
night.
fun of it. At least it's not the Z model or whatever the heck where we had to lock Krager up in a room and wait and then figure out, and then it was based upon 15 different levers and nobody in the world could figure out who they were playing. And boy, I've got some good stories about that one. I tell you what, we were down in Alabama. There's a lot of people that know, but I tell you what, John Jones and Coach McDaniel were on the phone blowing me up, and they were it was comical because they wanted to know who Oakland was going to play that year as Jack was in it and all them. So it was kind of comical because we were in that Z formula or whatever it was. Trying to figure it out, and I had Krager pinned up and the phone shut off and nobody knew, and he was deciphering it. So then we did a video show like at 1 o'clock in the morning. And we already knew, but we had to put the video show, and then I had to post it and then share it, and it was a longer process. But it was good time for media guys. It was fun because we knew for like 2 hours and nobody else knew, and so we had to keep our phones off and all that. But anyway, Riverdale Warrior fans, join up. You're going over to Ray Hughes Stadium. That game's at 7 o'clock. You don't need to know where to be and the time, as it will be the Battle of the Borough this Friday night, Week 11, Game 10. Y'all be there.